Like a dog gone mad will he die, his breath crushed out of him beneath the rocks. And when the fighting begins, it is for thee, Negore, to crawl secretly away, so that thou be not slain." "Even so," he answered, "Negore will show them the way." "And then?" "And then I shall be thy woman, Negore's woman, the brave man's woman. And thou shalt hunt meat for me and old Kinus, and I shall cook thy food, and sew thee warm parkas and strong, and make thee moccasins after the way of my people, which is a better way than thy people's way. And as I say, I shall be thy woman, Negore, always thy woman. And I shall make thy life glad for thee, so that all thy days will be a song and laughter, and thou wilt know the woman Una as unlike all other women, for she has journeyed far, and lived in strange places, and is wise in the ways of men, and in the ways they may be made glad. And in thine old age will she still make thee glad, and thy memory of her in the days of thy strength will be sweet, for thou wilt know always that she was ease to thee, and peace, and rest, and that beyond all women to other men has she been woman to thee." "Even so," said Negore, and the hunger for her ate at his heart, and his arms went out for her as a hungry man's arms might go out for food. "When thou hast shown the way, Negore," she chided him. But her eyes were soft and warm, and he knew she looked upon him as woman had never looked before. "It is well," he said, turning resolutely on his heel. "I go now to make talk with the chiefs, so that they may know I am gone to show the Russians the way." "O Negore, my man," she said to herself as she watched him go, but she said it so softly that even old Kinus did not hear, and his ears were over-keen, what of his blindness. 3 days later, having with craft ill-concealed his hiding-place, Negore was dragged forth like a rat and brought before Ivan the Terrible, he was known by the men who marched at his back. Negore was armed with a miserable bone-barbed spear, and he kept his rabbit-skin robe wrapped closely about him. And though the day was warm, he shivered as with an ague. He shook his head that he did not understand the speech Ivan put at him, and made that he was very weary and sick, and wished only to sit down and rest, pointing the while to his stomach in sign of his sickness, and shivering fiercely. But Ivan had with him a man from Pastolik, who talked the speech of Negore, and many and vain were the questions they asked him concerning his tribe, till the man from Pastolik, who was called Karduk, said, "It is the word of Ivan that thou shalt be lashed till thou diest if thou dost not speak. And know, strange brother, when I tell thee the word of Ivan is the law, that I am thy friend, and no friend of Ivan. For I come not willingly from my country by the sea, and I desire greatly to live. Wherefore I obey the will of my master, as thou wilt obey, strange brother, if thou art wise, and wouldst live." "Nay, strange brother," Negore answered, "I know not the way my people are gone, for I was sick, and they fled so fast, my legs gave out from under me, and I fell behind."